everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Military and Surplus channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the British S6 Respirator. So sorry for about the other week without uploading. I went to hospital because I had an infection and I'm all fine now. It was only a minor infection, just some antibiotics and that. But I'm out now and I've finally found the charger for my laptop so I can actually do thumbnails and scripts now and do reviews, which is good. So now that I've stopped waffling, let's get to the video. As you can see, we've got the S6 here. I haven't got the complete kit for this, or any of it really, apart from the obviously the filter, AGR mount, Klansman, Resi mic, and the facepiece. But let's get into the actual video now. This mask was made from around the early 60s to late 80s, and possibly even the 90s, but I'm not sure about that one. The manufacturers were Leyland and Birmingham Rubber and Avon Rubber. I will try and find a stamp on here that shows it, because sadly some have come off. As you can see, 1975, that is April 1975, made by Leyland and Birmingham Rubber. And you can see the second one here, which I'm not too sure about this one, but I think this one's the facepiece, and I'm not sure about that one. But as you can see, it says SR6 2, which I believe is the second generation of the S6. 1975, and this was manufactured in like November. Sorry, to try and sit this back up. It's very front heavy at the minute. The facepiece, it was made as a replacement for the lag series and was a much better improvement over the previous the lags, because obviously with the 40mm NATO capabilities and oral nasal cup and a lot more comfier in general. The facepiece is made of a butyl rubber. However, some MOD manuals claim that it's made of a natural rubber, so I'm not too sure about that one. It feels exactly like the S10 and the butyl rubber gloves I've got for the S10 kit, so I'm going to go and say it is butyl, but kind of weird how the MOD manuals say it's natural. The facepiece comes in 3 sizes: small, small, normal, and large. As you can tell, it doesn't use the number system yet because we're not up to that. And as you can tell, this is a normal. This is the most common variant you'll find, the normal one, and it will look exactly like this. And to find the size, it has the stamp there of whatever it was. And what's interesting is this is still using the same sizing system from pre-World War II? No, World War II and before, like 40s. Stuff like that. Like my special masks I'm going to show you in next video use that system. Very, very nice. I got it for a ridiculous deal, like 55 quid for 2, but I wouldn't spoil the surprise. And it uses that system. I believe there was an extra small made or an extra large, but I'm not entirely sure about that one. And if it is made, it'll be pure unobtainium. The respirator features a 6-point head harness, as you can see here, and it attaches this pad with the date on it. 1975. It uses the same head harness as the lag, I believe. I'm not too sure about that one. That's what I've been told. But as you can see, it just attaches to your head like here, and is a very comfortable actual thing to wear. I'll just move this out of the way, and you can see it's got the oral nasal cup here. And what is interesting about this one that I've not seen any other ones do is you can inflate the peripheral seal around here, if I can get this in shot, around here, which makes it very, very, very comfy. And there is some more markings in there, if you can see them. CD6 6500 N1. I'll try and see what that says. Can't do it. I'm not sure, but there's also an N stamping inside the oral nasal cup. As you can see, you adjust these straps by... It's quite a weird system, but you have to like pull it through there, then this bit on top, which like sorry about the thumbs, you have to like pull it down here, and it keeps it on there so it doesn't go everywhere. Just set that down like that for now. These do feature a glass eyepieces, as you can see here, and they are curved at the edges, which makes for a better field of view. I've seen people claim these have like a fisheye effect and can make you feel like disorientated, but I personally haven't had that. So maybe that's just my eyes being dodgy, or them making up bogus claims, but either way I'm not complaining. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there will be 2 stamps, one there, and you can see the remnants of one there. That one's sadly gone, because I took most of it off when I was cleaning it, sadly. And there's that one there, which are proof stamps. And there's also the same on the filter here. GZCZ and GDCZ, sorry, GDGT. And this is the laser pattern of filter, as the early one just has a big hole there instead of all this fancy jazz. Sorry, my throat is not doing too well. The eyepieces are quite good on this. The only problem is they're glass, so if they shatter bad. It's not going to be very nice for your eyes. The exhale valve and the voice emitter is located under here, under this AGR mount, which basically just clips on to the mask. But under this black cap here, there is a metal grate, sheet, sorry, and you can see that in there, which has a bit in it that just buzzes when you talk and it amplifies your voice, sorry. And also the exhale thing, valve, sorry, is located under here, but you can't quite see that because the mount is stuck there. Sorry about that. As you can see, it has the filter port on the right hand side. I mean left hand side, sorry, because this is set up for right hand configuration. But you can also get a left handed variant, which obviously has a filter port on the right side instead. But they're a fair bit uncommon. So you'll be quite lucky to find one, but they're not mega hard to get. As you can see, the intake here has an inner bit, so it makes a very, very good seal, and it just screws in like that. And oops, that was the mic. And it's just quite good. Like obviously it doesn't leak or anything like that. Going back to the left-handed variant, there even had to be a special satchel made for it because it wouldn't fit in the normal right-hand shooter's designation satchel, as it was like reversed and you store the face piece with the XL valve away. Obviously it wouldn't fit. So yeah, that's the left-handed part. Speaking of the satchel, I'll go into details of the 2 types of kits. There is the earlier pre-70s kit and the later post-70s kit. So the early kit goes the pre-70s face piece, a CB suit, inner and outer NBC gloves, anti-gas eye shields, I believe it was the Mark 5, was it? I'm not too sure. A DKP, I'm not sure which version, a self-injection device, which was like the combo pens, but came in a little tube about this big and came 4 wrapped instead. There was CW detector paper, which I've not heard of before, and a 58 pound haversack. The later kits from the 70s to 80s, which is like my kit, and even up to really early 90s for like reserve units and stuff like that. It goes as follows: the post-70 face piece, which is this because it's 75 dated, the number 1 Mark 3 NBC suit, or a number 4 Mark 1, depending on if you're in reserves or TAs or whatever. The Mark 5 respirator spectacles, or the optical inserts, which are just little glasses that clip, if you can see the mount up there, which just clip in up there and help you see, obviously, which is pretty standard on a lot of modern things. The Mark 4 NBC overboots, or Mark 5, depending on if you're obviously a late or early kit. Naps, which are nerve agent pills for obviously counteracting the effects of nerve agents. Your inner and outer NBC gloves, DKP 1 and 2, the atropine auto-injector combo pens, which is the pens about that long. You stab it into your thigh or your backside, and obviously that negates the effects of nerve agents again, because it's atropine. Number 2 Mark 1 detects paper, and number 2 Mark 2 detects paper if you're using it as late kits again. Also, liquid 3 colour detector paper was used, the little green booklet. And finally the personal decimeter, which was worn around the wrist here, or like a wristwatch. Pan the camera there. So basically that is it for today's video. Oh, the filter I forgot to mention about. You can see it's all metal construction, it's just painted. This variant is from this filter, etc. Is from 28th of March 1979. Not sure what that means, probably proof stamp, which is pretty neat. But it uses these little gaps in here which go into the filter, as you can see there. It looks like you can't breathe through it, but you can, and it's not much breathing resistance, to be honest. Let the camera focus. There's a couple of variants of the filter. There's a D10, which is the early filter, the D17, which I believe is the golden industrial filter for like Porton Down, and UKAEE, which is UKAEA, sorry, UK, United Kingdom's Atomical something. And this later pattern of filter and the early filter, which is like the early S10 filter, which, not the early S10 filter, sorry. Most modern filters, a lot of early patterns where they just have the bit there cut out instead. And so that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I'll see you in the next video, and cheerio.